Hi, I'm Pete, and welcome to Just a Few Acres Farm at the Red Power Showdown in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. I just walked in and this 400 caught my eye. Beautifully restored. Very nice. It's a beautiful day. Supposed to be about 85, sunny. Event's just started. It's Thursday morning. I'm just walking around, taking in the sights. There's a lot of tractors outside here and trucks of all sizes. This is an F12 with a Massey Harris trip bucket loader on it, owned by a friend of mine, Bill Olin. The really unique thing about it is it's got live hydraulics to power the loader coming off of the shaft that goes to the magneto back here. It's behind, magneto's behind this plate. They put a sprocket on the shaft up to the pump here and then back to the hydraulic control. Operator comfort. It's better than a pitchfork.
Good morning.
Morning. Oh, what's that? An M with a V8 in it. It's an international V8. Says it right on the valve cover. I don't know what size. Here's an F30. These are kind of rare around our neck of the woods. F20s, F12s, F14s are plentiful. F30s, I have seen quite a few of these in our area though. This is a Farm All M with a grader conversion for road work. Years ago there was one in the weeds right down the road from me. I don't know whatever happened to it. F12 with duals on it. Looks great. Again, somebody did a really nice job painting this, restoring it. It's got F&H spoke wheel centers on it, and all the duals look factory. It's got the right hardware. Really nice. And if you look closely, there's other things that are pretty rare about this tractor. It's got a generator here, battery box, starter, headlight. And this starter attachment on the F12 looks factory. A lot of them you'll see where they cut out the bell housing and they cut a starter nose cone off another bell housing, put it in there. But if they put this in aftermarket, they did a really good job. Looks factory to me. Whole row of Cubs. But this is unique. I don't think I've ever seen one of these restored. It's an international skid steer. It says 3200 Series A hydrostatic. Nope, I never seen one of these restored. It says it was made in 1973 on the tag. These buildings all along here, I believe, are filled with small stuff, so let's go in and take a look. Yep, there's a lot of it here. This whole donut-shaped set of tables here is all filled with original manuals. Not reprints. New old stock, international parts. These aren't made by International. It says Thompson pistons, and there's 6 of them. I don't know what they fit. Looks like they're 20 over, stamped on the top. No international set of points. I do not know what that is. It's heavy. Looks like it fits in the slot and bends something. I don't know. Lots of t-shirts. Toy tractors. Original model kits. What's that doing here? Here's a 1026 gold demonstrator. Of course, they only made gold demonstrators in 1970 as part of a promotion, and they only made a limited quantity of them. It's not like all 1026s were gold that year. It's hydrostatic. It's got the same size engine out of my 856, the 407, but the turbo's what makes it different. There's not very many people here. It's about 10:30 on Thursday morning. It's the first day of the show and stuff's still pulling in. I imagine it'll be a lot busier tomorrow on Friday. Let me introduce you to this guy and his tractors. Not his dad's tractors, but his tractors.
Yeah, I'm CFO.
This row here, 656, 826, 1026, 826, are all gold demonstrators, although 3 of them are in disguise. They were painted red, as a lot of them were after the demonstration work was done.
Hi, my name is Garrett.
Garrett's dad owns all these tractors, and what a collection. He's looking for a 544 and a 1456 to complete the collection, isn't that right? And then he'll have them all. Where are you from, Garrett?
I'm from Nesbitt.
Nesbitt, Pennsylvania?
Yep.
It's nice meeting you.
Thanks.
This is an MV, a high clear tractor. It's tall. It's just a regular M in this part, and they put drop boxes on the axles like they do on, say, a Super A or even the F Series to raise things up. And then on the front, it just has a different axle on the front to raise things up. And that is a sharp cub. Everybody's got their expensive big giant lawnmowers these days. It's hard to believe people used to mow their lawns with these little tractors, but they work just fine. This is a Farmall regular. Easy way to tell is it's got open steering gear and the rear axle is a little different shape than an F Series, and it's belted up to a hay press. A hay press is one of the precursors to a self-knotting baler. It required a little bit more manpower. Unlike modern balers, this is stationary, so you have a pile of loose hay here, you take a pitchfork and you feed it in next to where that board is, where the plunger packs it. So you have the vertical plunger where it's packing hay, and you also have a horizontal plunger here. Modern balers have a horizontal plunger that mostly packs the hay back like this with a feeder mechanism that feeds it into the chamber, but not this one. The big difference is in how the bales are wrapped and tied. There's wire here, and you can see there's a pile of wires over here that are going to go on bales, and you manually slide a board between the bales when you want one bale to end and the other to begin, and the wire goes through these slots in the boards. There's one of the boards. I guess they had a problem with that one, but you can see the slots. So there's 3 wires on each bale, and they're manually tied. Well, the bales are still in the chute, so they come out tight. And I believe that this bell here on this wheel, of course this wheel measures how long the bale is as it rolls, and it dings the bell when it's time to slide another board in and start a new bale. Really nice 544. It's a gas hydro with a Iron Bull canopy on it. They put a lot of time into this one. This is a 650 diesel. These are really big tractors for their time, and it was the end of the line for the international gas start diesels. This engine is the big brother to the engine in my MD. It's the same principle, but I believe that the displacement on this is 350 cubic inches, all in 4 giant cylinders. This is a Farmall Super C. Well, it's painted yellow. It's got a Chisholm Rider bean harvester on it, and you may have seen, I've showed them at other shows, 504's Chisholm Rider would put up high on drop axles, and they were, I think they were bean tractors. I think they were for cultivating, but somebody can correct me if I'm wrong about that. Chisholm Rider is based in Niagara Falls, New York, and the harvester here, you can see where it sweeps the beans in. There's one of these pickups on either side of the tractor. It sweeps them in under here to a conveyor, and the conveyor comes up. Must be it's separately driven by that engine up there, and then we'll drop them into the wagon. There's a lot to it. Lots of sprockets, chains. Complicated machine. Looks like 56 series row here. Got a 1456, a 1256, and an 856. Nice to finally hear something running. $12.06. I never thought I'd be on one of these. Comes right around. This is riding in style. Here's that hay press, baler, whatever working. gonna put a divider board in. He's tying a bale. They put the wire around it after the bale is done. The kid on the other side is feeding the wire over to him to tie. I think he's gonna put another divider board in. Now the board drops through. There you go. Start of another bale. Feed the hay back in. Pretty heavy bale from the looks of it. Lunch is a sliced beef sandwich with cheddar cheese and horseradish on a pretzel roll. This is Pennsylvania, pretzel country. Here's that F-12 we looked at this morning. They're having the tractor parade. It's 3 in the afternoon and they're all coming around. Beautiful. Thank you. Wow. That is beautiful. Oh man. I watch all your videos. Thank you. I love that tractor. I've been meeting viewers all day long and here too. What are your names?
Annabelle.
Annabelle?
Cecilia.
Cecilia. Where are you from?
Montgomery. Montgomery.
Montgomery. Well, it's really nice to meet you. And your dad watches the channel. And maybe you guys too? A little bit.
Yeah.
It's day 2 of the Red Power Showdown, and I'm back. But I'm only going to be here for half a day. I got to get home and get ready for farmer's market tomorrow. It's warm, but it's kind of cloudy today. There's a chance of thunderstorms coming through. One thing I didn't do yesterday is go through all of the salvage stuff for sale. They got a lot of it down here and over here. Lots of sheet metal for letter series tractors. Fast hitch drawbars. Belt pulleys. I guess it's one of those deals where if you're looking for something specific, you can come look through and see if you can find it. I'm not, but I always like looking at the old parts. Whoops, distracted. Beautiful tractor. Wow.
That's for sure.
Look at these tires. Look at the lugs on
I
them.
was just saying about that.
Wow.
How thick it is. That's a set of rubber on there.
Footplate, steps, PTO guards, battery trays, diesel fuel filters, oh, front axle, steel wheels. There's a single front wheel for a narrow front. Belly pumps for H's and M's. We went through one of those. Cylinder heads, I don't know what out of. Some are 4, some are 6. Cub Cadet rims, Cub Cadet transmissions. Assorted things just left on a trailer. Drawbars and steering pedestals and sheet metal and front axles. Boxes of planter seed plates. Lots of letter series sheet metal here. Miscellaneous small stuff. Bolts. Single dot bolts. Pins for the rock shafts on A's and C's. I lost one of those snowplowing last winter, but I found it. This is an early Farm All A. Looks like it's set up for pulling. It's got a weight bar on it. One clue is the serial number plate is down here near the brake pedals instead of up on the seat side like it would be, or the seat support. Serial number 4027, although this looks like a replacement tag, not original. But it does have these aircraft fasteners instead of regular bolts fastening the sheet metal. These are called zoo fasteners, and they're a quarter turn fastener, and then you can release them. And it also has the different kill on the magneto. This grounds out the magneto, and it looks like just like a choke cable. So instead of a push-pull switch, you've got the cable that goes back to this kill right here. This tall filter is also unique to the early A's. They went to the shorter one, just like H's went to the shorter one later on as well. And I guess the last clue I have is the petcocks on the oil pan. You know, you use these to check oil. This is oil full, don't add any. If it doesn't run out of this one, then you need to add oil. And they're a diamond shaped thing on later versions, but these are just crank handles. Sometimes these differences survive the years, but a lot of times they don't, especially things like the magneto kill. They get retrofitted, and it's nice to see them still on this tractor. Of course, no starter, no battery. Makes it real clean coming through here. Remember that A I was looking at outside? Well, here's another one, but this one is a lot more special. Oil petcocks, check. Zeus fasteners on the hood, check. No starter, no electrics, check. And FAA 501, original tag. This is the first production Farmall A made in 1939. It's got those subtle differences. It's so nice that it's still original. It hasn't been repainted, and it's one of a kind. I think it has been repainted in the past. This looks actually like somebody put a Super A badge on it, and you can barely see the old badge underneath of it, just the faintest outline. Most all tractors have been repainted at least once in their life, but it's been a while for this one. This is a shop mule for towing things around, airplanes, heavy shop equipment, that sort of thing. This is a Super C with a new idea fast hitch rake on it. New idea actually made fast hitch rakes for international implements. Very nice. MTA with double front weights on it, the wheels and the front frame weights. Look at these kids driving Cub Cadets. Going to town tractor. It's sprinkling some during the parade here, but the crowd is much better than yesterday. There's people lined up all along here. W9 just looks strong. Immaculate 1066. Never seen one of these. 1938 McCormick Deering I-12 Industrial with a cab on it. I've never seen a cab on one of these. Here's inside the cab. They put the gauges up under the steering wheel. Not a lot of room in there. It's a small tractor. I'm with the Kingsbury family. There's 3 generations here. There's Grandpa.
Yep, John Kingsbury.
Dad.
Matt.
Jack.
And the grandkids.
And Reed.
Jack and Marie. I hope I got you guys on camera.
And we all love red.
Red's the color. I haven't seen any green here yet.
I've seen a guy with a green hat.
The grass is green. That's about all that's green here. This is an F20, 1932, and collectors always are looking for little details. This is called a duckbill F20 because of the way the steering gear is in here. Normally on an F20, the steering gear is just this round piece with the shaft coming in from the steering wheel and straight down, but these look like a duckbill, and they didn't make these for very long before they went to the round one. There's a lot of gold demonstrators here today. This is almost a complete collection. 656, 1456, 826, two 826s. They're slightly different shades of gold, and a 1026. So I guess he's missing a 544 and a 1256. This is a Farmall regular that came before the F20, and this is what that duckbill encloses. You've got a sector gear for steering and para gears here, and the duckbill just encloses them. In the second year of production, International changed the way that this whole steering mechanism worked and went to a worm gear with a round gear that mounted on the top of the steering shaft here, and then the enclosure changed from a duckbill to the familiar round enclosure. It's about 3 in the afternoon. It's sprinkling, cloudy, and I'm getting ready to head out. I gotta go to farmer's market tomorrow, drive back home and get ready for that. It's been a great show. I met, at least a couple hundred viewers, had a lot of great conversations, really enjoyed it. It was nice to have a show of this size, international, so close to home. 3 hours drive is very easy to get to. I hope you enjoyed coming with me, and I'll see you next time.